Heavy rain fell on a grave. A woman in rich lace pushed twin girls into the mud. She called them garbage. Your mother is dead. Your father is blind. You are nothing. She left them in the dark, with snakes, with the dead. She thought she buried them. She did not know. They were seeds. Years later, she stood at a golden gate, hungry, begging for mercy. She did not know. The house belonged to the girls. She left to die. Subscribe for powerful stories. The village knew Chief Okeke as a strong man. He owned land. He owned trucks. He owned shops in the city. People greeted him with respect. They bowed when he passed. But inside his big house, peace was missing. After his first wife died, the house changed. The laughter stopped. The music stopped. Even the air felt heavy. Chief Okeke did not like to be alone, so he married again. Her name was Ngozi. She was beautiful, very beautiful. Her skin was smooth. Her smile was bright. Her voice was soft like honey. But beauty can lie. Inside her heart was envy. Inside her heart was hunger. Chief Okeke had twin daughters, Ada and Obi. They were 10 years old. They looked just like their late mother. Same eyes, same calm face, same quiet strength. The villagers loved them, but Ngozi did not. Every time she saw them, her face grew tight. She felt small beside their memory. At dinner, she sat at the head of the table. The twins sat near the kitchen door. She ate chicken and rice. They ate dry gari and soup water. If Chief was home, she acted kind. "Eat well, my daughters," she would say. But when he left the room, her eyes changed. "Wash the plates," she would whisper. "Scrub the floor again. You are lazy. You are useless." The girls never talked back. They worked in silence. They woke before sunrise. They swept the compound. They washed clothes by hand. Their small fingers hurt, but they said nothing. Chief Okeke was always busy. Business calls, travel plans, meetings in Lagos. He did not see the full truth. He saw clean floors. He saw quiet children. He saw a smiling wife. He thought all was well. One evening, he packed a suitcase. "I must travel to London," he told Ngozi. "It will take 2 weeks." He hugged his daughters. "Be good girls," he said. "Listen to your mother." Ada wanted to speak. She wanted to say, "Daddy, please do not go." But the words stayed inside. Obi held her father tight. "Bring us sweets," she said softly. Chief laughed. "I will bring many gifts." Ngozi stood at the door. She waved as the car left the gate. Her smile stayed on her face. Until the car turned the corner. Then the smile died. She closed the gate slowly. The compound became quiet, very quiet. She turned toward the twins. They were standing together, holding hands, waiting. Ngozi looked at them for a long time. Her eyes were cold. "Go inside," she said. Her voice had changed. Something dark was growing in her mind. And that night, a plan began to form. If your heart feels this pain, subscribe and stay with this story. Because the night is just beginning. That night, the rain began to fall. Slow at first. Then, heavy. Ngozi stood in her room. She looked at herself in the mirror. She wore her best lace, gold earrings, red lipstick. She wanted to look powerful. She walked to the twins' small room. "Wake up," she said. Ada opened her eyes. Obi rubbed her face. "It is late," Ada said softly. "Get dressed," Ngozi ordered. "We are going out." "Now?" Obi asked. "Yes, now." The girls felt confused, but they obeyed. They wore thin dresses, no sweaters, no shoes. The rain was getting louder. Outside, the black SUV waited. Ngozi got into the driver's seat. The twins sat in the back, close together. The gate opened. The car moved. At first, the road was normal. They passed the market. They passed the church. They passed their school. Obi smiled a little. "Maybe we are going to buy meat pie," she whispered. Ada forced a small smile. "Yes, maybe." But soon, the road changed. The streetlights ended. The houses disappeared. Only trees stood on both sides. Tall, dark, silent. The rain hit the roof hard. Boom. 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 Like drums of war. Obi held Ada's hand tighter. "Ada," she whispered. "This is not the road to town." Ada swallowed. "Auntie knows the way," she said. Ngozi did not speak. Her face was hard. Her eyes were on the road. The car turned left, then right, then onto a narrow path. Mud splashed on the windows. Branches scratched the sides. Finally, the car slowed down. It stopped in front of a rusty gate. A sign stood near it. The words were old. Community Cemetery. Obi's breath stopped. "Ada," she whispered. The gate creaked open. Ngozi drove inside. Graves stood everywhere. Stone after stone. Names of the dead. The car stopped near one grave. The engine turned off. For a moment, there was silence. Only rain. "Get out," Ngozi said. The girls did not move. Ngozi turned around fast. "I said get out." She opened the door. She pulled Ada by the arm. She dragged Obi next. They fell into the mud. Cold water soaked their dresses. Their teeth began to shake. Ngozi pointed at a stone. "Go there." The girls looked. It was their mother's grave. The name was clear. Obi started crying. "Auntie, please. Let us go home. This is your home," Ngozi snapped. "You belong here." She stepped back into the car. Ada ran to the window. "Daddy will be angry," she cried. Ngozi lowered the glass a little. "Your father will never know," she said. "I will tell him you ran away." The twins froze. Ngozi smiled, a dark smile. Then she rolled the window up. The engine started. The car moved. The red lights faded in the rain. The girls ran after it, bare feet in mud. "Please!" they screamed. But the car did not stop. It disappeared, and the night swallowed them whole. If you were those girls, what would you do right now? Subscribe, because the night is not over yet. The rain did not stop. It fell harder. Cold drops hit their faces. Ada pulled Obi close. "Do not cry," she said, but her own voice was shaking. They climbed onto their mother's grave. It was the only place that felt safe. The stone was cold. The wind was strong. Trees moved like dark hands in the night. Obi buried her face in Ada's chest. "I am scared," she whispered. "I know," Ada said. "I am here." Thunder cracked across the sky. Bright light flashed. For 1 second, the whole graveyard was clear. Rows of stones, broken crosses, tall grass, then darkness again. The wind made strange sounds, like whispers, like low cries. Obi covered her ears. "Ada, do you think Mama can see us?" Ada looked at the sky. Rain ran down her face. "Yes," she said softly. "She is watching." Obi nodded. "I am hungry," she said. Her stomach made a small sound. Ada swallowed. "Close your eyes," she said. "Think about warm rice. Think about soup." They closed their eyes. But hunger does not sleep. The night grew deeper. The graveyard was not empty. Something moved in the bushes. A soft sound. Snap. A branch broke. Ada's eyes opened. She looked into the dark. 2 yellow lights stared back, low to the ground. Still, watching, Obi felt Ada's body freeze. "What is it?" she whispered. Ada did not answer. The shape stepped forward. It was a wild dog. Thin, dirty. Its ribs showed. Its eyes were hungry. It growled, low and slow. Obi screamed. The dog stepped closer. Ada stood up. Her legs were shaking. But she stood in front of Obi. She picked up a rock. Small hands. Big fear. "Go away!" Ada shouted. The dog did not move. It showed its teeth. The rain hit its back. It bent low, ready to jump. Ada raised the rock higher. "Go back!" she screamed. Her voice broke. The dog took one more step. Obi fell to her knees. "Mama, help us!" she cried. Lightning flashed again. For 1 second, the dog looked bigger, closer. Ada closed her eyes. She swung the rock. She missed. The dog barked loud. It jumped forward. Then, a bright light cut through the dark. White, sharp, strong. The dog stopped. It turned its head. A loud voice shouted, "Hey, leave them!" The dog ran back into the bushes. Fast. Gone. The girls fell to the ground, breathing hard. The light moved closer. Footsteps in the mud. Slow. Heavy. The light stopped in front of them. An old voice spoke. "Who are you, children?" Ada opened her eyes. A lantern hung in the air. Behind it stood a small old woman. Bent back. Wet wrapper. Kind eyes. She looked at the twins. She saw the grave. She saw the mud. She saw the fear. Her face changed. "Oh my God," she whispered. "Who did this to you?" Ada tried to speak. No words came out. She only pointed at the road. The old woman shook her head. "No child sleeps with the dead," she said. "Not tonight." She held out her hand. "Come." And in that dark graveyard, Hope stepped into the rain. If that light did not come, what do you think would happen? Subscribe, because their miracle is just beginning. The old woman held the lantern high. "Come, my children," she said. Her voice was soft, but it was strong. Ada helped Obi stand. Their legs were weak. They followed the woman through the wet grass. The rain began to slow. The path was narrow. Mud stuck to their feet. After some minutes, they saw a small hut. It was made of mud walls. The roof was old tin. Smoke came from one side. The woman pushed the door open. "Enter," she said. The hut was small, very small. There was one mat on the floor, one small wooden stool, one clay pot near the fire, but it was dry, and it was warm. The woman closed the door. She placed the lantern on the floor. "My name is Mama Nkechi," she said. "Who are you?" "I am Ada," Ada whispered. "This is my sister Obi." Mama Nkechi looked at them closely. She saw their fine lace dresses, now dirty and torn. She saw their soft hands, not used to farm work. She understood. "You are Chief Okeki's children," she said quietly. Ada's eyes filled with tears. Mama Nkechi sighed. She said. "Wickedness has no shame." She went to the clay pot. She opened it. Inside were 3 small pieces of roasted yam. That was all she had. She placed them on a plate. "Eat," she said. The twins looked at the plate, then at her. "What about you?" Obi asked. Mama Nkechi smiled. "I ate before." She lied. "Eat." The girls ate fast. The yam was dry, but it felt like a feast. It felt safe. Mama Nkechi brought an old wrapper. She wrapped it around both girls. "You will sleep here," she said. She spread the mat. They lay down close together. The hut was quiet. The rain was now soft. For the first time that night, they were not afraid. Mama Nkechi sat near the fire. She watched them. "Who brought you there?" she asked softly. "Our stepmother," Ada said. "She said we are trash." Mama Nkechi's jaw tightened. "No child is trash," she said. "No child." "She said Daddy will never know," Obi added. Mama Nkechi nodded slowly. "Men who chase money forget to watch their homes," she said. "But God sees everything." Ada looked at her. "Will she come back?" Ada asked. Mama Nkechi shook her head. "No." Silence filled the hut. The fire cracked. Mama Nkechi added small wood. "You can stay here," she said. "My hut is poor, but my heart is not." Tears rolled down Ada's face. "Why are you helping us?" she asked. Mama Nkechi looked at the ceiling. "I had a daughter once," she said. "She died when she was small." Her voice broke. "When I saw you in that graveyard, I saw her." The twins reached for her hand. Mama Nkechi held them tight. "You are not buried," she said softly. "You are planted. Rain makes seeds grow." That night, the graveyard did not win. Love did. But far away in the big mansion, someone was planning her next lie. Morning came with a pale sun. The rain had stopped. The village woke slowly. In the small hut, Ada opened her eyes. For a moment, she forgot where she was. Then she remembered the graveyard, the dog, the car lights fading away. Obi was still asleep. Mama Nkechi was outside. She was blowing air into the fire. Ada stepped out quietly. The air smelled of wet earth. "Good morning, Mama," Ada said. Mama Nkechi turned. She gave a small smile. "You are strong," she said. Many children would break after a night like that. Ada looked at the ground. "I wanted to break," she whispered. Mama Nkechi touched her shoulder. "But you did not." Back at the mansion, the gate opened. A black car entered the compound. Chief Okeki had returned. He stepped out with gifts in his hands. "Where are my daughters?" he asked the guard. The guard looked confused. "I have not seen them, sir," he said. Chief frowned. He walked inside the house. "Ngozi," he called. Ngozi came down the stairs slowly. She was wearing black. Her eyes were red. She ran toward him. "My husband," she cried. She fell to the floor. "What happened?" Chief asked. "My heart is broken," she said. "Speak clearly," he demanded. "The girls," she said between fake tears. They ran away. Chief froze. Ran away? He repeated. Yes, Ngozi said. The night you left, they stole my gold chain. They took money from your drawer. They packed clothes and left. Chief shook his head. No. Not my Ada. Not my Obi. Ngozi covered her face. I tried to stop them, she said. They pushed me. She showed him a bruise on her arm. She had hit herself hard with a spoon. Chief sat down slowly. My daughters are not thieves, he said. They have changed, Ngozi replied fast. They said they hate this house. They said they hate you. The words cut deep. Chief's face grew hard. Did they leave a note? He asked. Ngozi shook her head. No. I sent the driver to search, she lied. No sign of them. Chief stood up. He walked to the twins' room. The beds were empty. The clothes were gone. Ngozi had burned the rest that morning. The room looked cold, empty. Chief closed his eyes. My own blood, he whispered. He felt shame. He felt anger. He did not feel truth. I will call the police, he said. Ngozi nodded. Yes, but do not waste too much time. If they choose the street, let them face it. Chief did not answer. He felt hurt. He felt betrayed. He believed the lie. And in that moment, 2 daughters lost their father, without even knowing it. Do you think a father should have looked deeper? Subscribe, because the truth is still hidden. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. The twins did not go back to the mansion. No one came for them. At first, Ada waited near the road. She thought maybe their father would come. Maybe he would search the village. Maybe he would shout their names. But no car came. No voice called. Slowly, hope became quiet. Life in Mom and Ketchi's hut was hard. There was no soft bed, no fan, no light switch. They woke before the sun. At 4 in the morning, Mama and Ketchi would knock softly. Up, my daughters, she would say. They carried buckets to the stream. The path was long. The water was cold. The bucket was heavy. Their necks hurt. Their hands became rough. After water, they went to the small farm. They pulled weeds. They planted cassava. They carried firewood on their heads. Sweat ran down their faces. But they did not complain. In the afternoon, they went to the village school. Their uniforms were old. Their sandals were torn. Some children laughed. Look at the mansion girls, they said. From big house to mud hut, Obi once cried behind the classroom. Ada wiped her tears. Let them laugh, she said. Laughter does not build a future. Books do. At night, they studied by a small lamp. The smoke hurt their eyes, but they kept reading. Math, English, business. They asked questions. They worked harder than anyone. Mom and Ketchi watched them with pride. Poverty is not shame, she would say. Bad character is shame. Your hands may be dirty, but your hearts are clean. Years passed. The girls grew taller, stronger, smarter. They won school prizes. They got top marks. One day, the headmaster called them. You both got scholarships, he said, to the university in the city. Obi covered her mouth. Ada stood still. Mama and Ketchi cried when she heard the news. My daughters will fly, she said. But do not forget where you started. They did not forget. University life was not easy. They had little money. They shared one small room. They ate simple food. They worked part-time. Ada tutored younger students. Obi helped in a small shop. They saved every coin. They did not waste time. They did not chase fun. They chased purpose. When they graduated, they did not look back. They started small. They sold fabrics in the market. Bright Ankara prints. Simple designs. People loved their taste. Slowly, money came. They reinvested every profit. They grew step by step. They remembered the graveyard. They remembered the rain. They remembered the hunger. And they made a silent promise. Never again. While the twins were building their future, the mansion was breaking apart. Chief Okeke was not the same man. His business was shrinking. Money was leaking. But he did not know why. Ngozi had taken control. She fired the old manager. She said he was too slow. She hired her cousin instead. The cousin stole money. He signed fake papers. He bought land in his own name. Ngozi closed her eyes. She did not care. As long as money entered her account, she bought new cars. She traveled to Dubai. She threw loud parties. Young men followed her. They called her Queen. She liked the sound. Chief Okeke sat in his office alone. He looked tired. His hair had more gray. His chest hurt at night. He often asked about the twins. Any news? He would ask. Ngozi always had the same answer. No. They chose the street. Forget them. But he could not forget. Sometimes he stood at their old bedroom door. He touched the empty bed. Regret sat in his heart. One night, he fell in the living room. His chest burned. His breath was short. Servants rushed him to the hospital. Ngozi came late. She was at a party. Chief lay on a white bed. Machines beeped around him. His face was pale. Ngozi, he whispered. She looked at her phone. Yes? Call my daughters, he said. I want to see them. His voice was weak. Before I go. Ngozi's face turned cold. They are dead, she said flatly. They died long ago. Chief's eyes filled with tears. Dead, he whispered. Yes, she replied. Forget them. A tear rolled down his cheek. He closed his eyes. He died with pain in his chest. And pain in his heart. The funeral was big. People came in black clothes. Drums played. Food was served. Ngozi wore heavy gold. She did not cry. She smiled at guests. After the burial, the lawyer read the will. Because the twins were missing, everything went to Ngozi. The house, the land, the factories, the accounts. She stood on the balcony that night. She lifted a glass. It is all mine, she said. I am the queen now. But money without wisdom is a fire. And she was about to get burned. 5 years passed after the chief died. The mansion no longer shined. Paint peeled off the walls. The garden dried up. Workers left one by one. The factory machines stopped. Orders were not delivered. Clients stopped calling. Ngozi did not understand business. She only understood spending. She sold land to pay debt. She sold trucks to fund trips. She gambled in secret rooms. She trusted sweet words from young men. They called her beautiful. They called her powerful. They took her money. Then they disappeared. Bank letters began to arrive. Red stamps. Final notice. She ignored them. I am Chief Mrs. Okeke, she said. They cannot touch me. But banks do not fear titles. One Tuesday morning, loud knocks shook the gate. Bang, bang, bang. Ngozi walked outside in a silk robe. She was angry. Who dares disturb me? Police stood at the gate. With bank officers. You owe 500 million naira, the manager said. The time is over. Ngozi laughed. This is my house. The officer handed her papers. Not anymore. Within hours, workers sealed the gate. Red tape across the doors. Police walked inside. They carried out furniture. They took cars. They emptied accounts. Ngozi screamed. She fought. She cried. But the law did not bend. 2 suitcases were thrown outside the gate. Madam, you must leave, the officer said. The gate shut behind her. The sound echoed. Ngozi stood on the dusty road. No car. No driver. No friends. She picked up her phone. She called her boyfriend. No answer. She called her cousin. Number not reachable. She called party friends. No one picked. The sun was hot. Her silk robe felt heavy. For the first time in her life, she felt small. Very small. That night, she slept in a cheap motel. The next week, her money finished. She moved to a smaller place. Then a shared room. Then the street. Meanwhile, in the city, 2 young women stood inside a glass office. Their company name shone on the wall. Twin Star Global. Ada spoke at a meeting. Her voice was calm, clear, strong. Obi showed numbers on a screen. Profit rising. New contracts signed. They had built their empire step by step. No shortcuts. No lies. They now owned factories. They exported fabric across Africa. They paid workers on time. They built houses for staff. And they never forgot Mama Nkechi. They bought her a small bungalow. Clean walls. Soft bed. A nurse to help her. One evening, Obi walked into Ada's office. She held a magazine. On the cover was a picture. A woman sleeping under a bridge. Hair rough. Clothes torn. Title read, Fallen Socialite. Ada looked closely. Her face did not change. It is her, Obi said quietly. Ada nodded. She is close, Ada replied. Obi asked, what do we do? Ada walked to the window. She looked at the city lights. We do nothing, she said. Hunger brings people to the right door. And somewhere in that same city, hunger was walking toward them. Ngozi had changed. Her skin was rough. Her hair was thin. Her pride was gone. She slept under a bridge near the market. She fought stray dogs for food. She begged for coins at traffic lights. Some people knew her face. They whispered, "Was that not Chief Okaki's wife?" She kept her head down. One afternoon, she heard women talking. "There is a new foundation," one said. "They give food every Friday." "What is the name?" another asked. "Twin Star Foundation." Ngozi did not care about the name. She only heard one word: food. The next morning, she followed the crowd. Her legs were weak. Her slippers were broken. She walked for hours. The sun was hot. At last, she saw a tall golden gate. Guards stood outside. Cars drove in and out. Ngozi felt fear, but hunger pushed her forward. She walked to the gate. "Please," she said. "I need water." One guard looked at her. "Stand back," he said. "No begging here." "I am not begging," she said softly. "I am dying." The guard waved his hand. "Go to the side gate." Ngozi felt dizzy. Her eyes blurred. She fell to her knees. Just then, black cars drove in. A convoy. Clean. Shiny. The guards stood straight. The back window of one car rolled down. Ada looked outside. She saw a thin woman on the ground. Something felt familiar. A scar on the arm. A shape of the face. Her heart beat faster. "Stop," Ada said. The car stopped. Obi leaned closer. "Who is that?" she asked. Ada did not answer. She stepped out of the car. Her heels clicked on the ground. Ngozi kept her head low. She did not look up. "Give her water," Ada told the guard. The guard hesitated. "Madam." "She is a street woman." Ada's voice turned firm. "I said give her water." Obi stepped out too. The guard obeyed. Nosy drank fast. Water spilled down her chin. "Bring her inside," Ada said. The guard looked shocked. "Inside, madam?" "Yes." Ngozi's head lifted slightly. She saw two tall women, gold watches, strong posture, rich perfume. She did not recognize them. Not yet. She only saw hope. Maybe these rich women would help her. Maybe they would give her money. She tried to stand. Her legs shook. The guards supported her. They walked through the golden gate, the same type of gate she once owned, the same type she once closed on poor people. Inside, cool air touched her skin. Glass walls, clean floors, power. She did not know. She had just walked into the house of the girls she left to die. The boardroom was quiet. Cold air filled the space. Nosy sat on a soft chair. She held a bottle of water. Her hands were shaking. She drank fast. Ada and Obi stood near the long table. They watched her, silent, strong. Nosy kept her eyes down. "Thank you, madams," she said. "God will bless you. I am a poor widow. My children died many years ago." Obi looked at Ada. Ada stepped forward. "How did they die?" Ada asked. Ngozi swallowed. "Sickness," she replied. "I tried my best, but God took them." Ada's face did not move. "Look at me," she said. Ngozi slowly raised her head. Her eyes met Ada's. She blinked. She looked at Obi. She looked back at Ada. Her breath stopped. The eyes, the nose, the face. She stumbled back. "No," she whispered. "Ada? Obi?" "Yes," Ada said calmly. "The girls from the grave." Nosy's legs gave way. She fell to the floor. She cried loudly. "Forgive me," she screamed. "It was the devil. I was blind. I was foolish." She tried to hold their feet. Ada stepped back. "Do not touch me," she said. "You left us with dogs. You left us in the rain." Nosy sobbed. "I was young," she said. "I was jealous. I was wrong. Please, do not send me to prison." The room was silent. Obi spoke softly. "Did you think we would die?" Ngozi covered her face. "Yes," she whispered. Ada closed her eyes for a moment. She remembered the rain, the hunger, the cold stone. She remembered Mama Nkechi, her hut, her warm hands. "We are not you," Ada said. "We will not return evil." Ngozi looked up with hope. "You forgive me?" she asked. Ada nodded slowly. "We forgive you, but we do not trust you. You will not be part of our lives." Obi walked to the table. She picked up an envelope. "There is money here," Obi said. "Enough for a small flat. There will be a monthly allowance. But you will live far away. You will not come here again." Ngozi cried harder. "Thank you," she said. "I do not deserve this." "No," Ada replied. "You do not." Security walked her to the gate. She held the envelope tight. She looked back at the golden tower. It was bright, untouchable. The gate closed behind her. This time, she was the one outside. Ada turned to Obi. "It is finished," she said. Obi nodded. They walked back inside, not as victims, but as queens. Because when you throw away seeds, you may be planting your own fall. The axe may forget, but the tree remembers. Be careful how you treat people. Life turns, and doors change hands. If this story touched your heart, subscribe for more powerful stories. And remember, no condition is permanent.